I want to dismiss this game. It's more dramatic and fun if I say, don't buy this, it's bad. It's not that. There's enough to really care about that. This is a weird little game because there's a lot of good stuff in it, but there's just better alternatives. If we're just talking nuts and bolts and you want a game like this and you don't need the Terminator brand or it's too expensive for you or whatever, there are two games I want to direct your attention to that are substantially better than this one. Well, what up, fellas? It's Jaffe. I want to talk about this game, Terminator 2, No Fate, Terminator 2D. This thing is a real weird game. I bought it the day it came out. I was very excited for this. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time since I heard about it. I'm a fan of Terminator. By the way, this footage is from MK Ice and Fire on their YouTube channel. They do a full playthrough over there. 2D game, very arcadey, Contra-esque, blah, blah, blah. I was super excited for this game, bought it. I played it for about 40 minutes and I returned it. And I just didn't really like it, but I bought it again because I saw enough people playing it and there's so much about this game that I liked. I liked the fact that you could play the different Terminator characters. I liked the fact that you got story, such as it is in a game like this. You got some story from the core franchise that wasn't really included in the movies, so you get to see the attack on Cyberdyne and stuff when Linda Hamilton's character gets arrested. You get to play the Terminator in the bar at in the 84 Terminator. There's some really good stuff about this. And I would say if you're a fan of the franchise, it's hard to say no if you love the franchise, I would say, because there are games that are great because of the brand or get elevated because of the brand. There was a Super Nintendo game called Indiana Jones's Greatest Adventures. As a huge fan of Indy, I loved it. As a game itself, if you strip the brand away, whatever, right? So if you're a Terminator fan and you can stomach the incredibly stupid price of $30, pick it up. I'd wait on a sale. It's not bad at all. And there's a lot of good stuff in here. There's a lot of wonderful fan service in here. There's some comedy in here, believe it or not. People who made this game really get and adore the Terminator franchise. That is clear. Or they're faking it, which is even more impressive. But, I mean, it's good. I love the, I don't know if even the music, I can't play it for you because copyright, but they've got Bad to the Bone in there. From the bar scene in the 84 Terminator. And in fact, the way you can cause Bad to the Bone to play if you do a certain thing is just so fucking hilarious. So I don't hate this game. I like it. And it's kind of a nice cap to a year where we've seen great 2D retro style games like Shinobi, like Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It does feel like you're playing an old arcade game. So if you're a kid of the 80s like I am or a kid of the 90s, you look at it and you go, It does capture that sense. If you play on medium, you only get 3 continues, and you can unlock some other continues if you explore the levels, but mostly once you die, you're all the way back to the beginning. But it's only a 45-minute ride, and it is actually kind of cool to play it in one sitting because it kind of feels like you're going on the Terminator movie adventure, There's something, it's hard. I want to dismiss this game. It's more dramatic and fun if I say, don't buy this, it's bad. It's not that. There's enough to really care about that. This is a weird little game because there's a lot of good stuff in it, but there's just better alternatives. If we're just talking nuts and bolts and you want a game like this is, and you don't need the Terminator brand or it's too expensive for you or whatever, there are two games I want to direct your attention to that are substantially better than this one. Play this instead. I'm serious, man. This is Iron Meat. Now, all these games are short. Iron Meat doesn't cost you as much. Iron Meat is sitting right now at came out last year, 8.8 from 17 reviews. I don't even see a couple of user reviews. They're not enough. 10s. This is one of the best. This came out the year that Contra came out with from Konami, their new game, which I thought was super forgettable. And as basic as this game looks, it is so good, so well done. Let me make myself smaller so you guys can see. It is so well done. It is so well paced. It is so fun and creative in the world itself. Like it's just, every level is showing you something cool and neat and new enemy designs, and it flows really good. And just seems like it really wants you to have a good time, and it really understands kind of what it is and what it wants to be. And it's probably the best Contra I've played, in well over a decade, probably since the SNES Contra, right? This is Iron Metal. I don't know what it'll cost you. Let's see. It's again, great reviews. Iron Meat, sorry. Iron Meat. It's on all the systems, but let's go look at Steam. It certainly ain't going to be $30. It's $20. You can get it for $20. There are reasons to replay it, different skins, different difficulty, and they are up. Look at the train. How can you not love a train level? And it's all the enemies are like these blends of biological, mechanical creatures that are really fucking cool. I love this game. One of the best. It's just delightful. You will not regret it if you like games like this. And you can also play, I believe you can play, you can play co-op. I didn't even know that. Not online, I don't think, but maybe. And they do lots of updates to this game. I believe so far they've all been free. Yeah, it's fucking delightful. It's excellent. So if you're into that, cool. Now, if you want something newer, because I will say this game is not a looker. It's a looker creatively. But if you're like, I want, look at the skins, man. That guy's got a furry skin. I think if I remember correctly, there's like a skin that's clearly looks like Master Chief. There's a lot of skins that are kind of based on, within reason, without getting sued, kind of famous cinematic characters and action characters and stuff. It's good stuff. Here it comes. Look at this. It's a train made of meat. It's Iron Meat. Look at that. Come on, man. It's great. It's great. But anyway, but it does look, relatively traditional. This game that just came out last month is Neon Inferno. Now, Neon Inferno, the reviews are sitting at an 80 from critics. I don't know why it's so low on user. Like this guy gave it a 9. This guy gave it an 8. This guy says the graphics are good, but it's far too difficult. You guys know me. I'm not a good game player. I have not found this game difficult at all, and I'm playing on normal. But it's big kind of sort of unique selling point is that it is a blend of sort of Contra run and gun with wild guns or Cabal where you can shoot into the screen, right? So there's background play space and foreground play space. It is so, in the same way that Terminator is a love letter to the Terminator franchise, this is a love letter to balls to the wall action anime. It reminds me of Ghost in the Shell. It reminds me of Akira. It's certainly not violent like that. It's a little bloody, but I think it's like a T-rated game. I don't know, but I think you might be able to play this co-op as well, but not online, but I'm not sure. But it is just loaded with nuance and details. Everything from really fun background interactions to I think there's like 15 bosses and sub-bosses in this game. There's a cool mechanic that when you shoot any projectile that's green, you can stop time and then you can aim that projectile into the background or foreground to take out enemies. And there's just so much more variety of just things that you can do in this game. There's motorcycle chases, which they have in Terminator, but these are a lot better. They're a lot more interesting. The bosses that come at you while you are on the motorcycle compared to what they do in Terminator, which is just, it's nice because it's from the movie. But if you took the license away and you looked at this and you looked at the Terminator motorcycle scenes, you'd go, is it finished? They didn't do anything. All you do is you go up, down, and shoot forward and backwards. But this has different characters that come at you, bosses and mini bosses. They've got jet ski chases. They've got foreground, background bosses that you've got to deal with, that are constantly shifting between the plane. It's let me see if I can show you that one. Is it? Yeah. Here's like one of the bosses on the jet skis. Hang on. And this one's great here because it kind of comes, now it's in the foreground and now it's going to jump to the background. No, actually now it's in the foreground. And in a second, I think it's going to go up. Oh, he just killed it. Come on, Jaffe. What do you want from me, baby? Anyway, you get the idea. So foreground, background, constantly adjusting, but you also have to adjust where your bike is to make sure you don't get hit. Out of all three of these, I think this one's my favorite in terms of just the adventure that it feels like you get to go on. I think Iron Meat is better from a standpoint of just that moment-to-moment kind of Contra shooting. But I don't know, man. If you're in it for Terminator, I get it. But if you're in it for anything other than just the brand, man, if you're just looking for a game like this and you're like, oh, Terminator's like that, okay. I hate to say it, don't buy Terminator unless you're a hardcore Terminator fan. And even then, wait for a sale. But if you want a game like this, Iron Meat, Neon Inferno, here's what I'll tell you. You will not go wrong with Iron Meat unless you're just looking for a graphical tour de force, maybe not so much. Short of that, if you love this genre, you will not go wrong with this game. Neon Inferno, you may or may not vibe with I think there's a demo. You may or may not vibe with the shoot in and out of the screen thing. At first it was a little weird, but after a few minutes it became second nature. This one's my favorite, but Iron Meat's probably the better core game, but both of these will make you very, very happy as a retro but playing new game shooter fan. And Terminator, I'd wait for a sale. That's what I would say, my friends. Be well, be safe. I hope you're having a great holiday season. Hope you're playing a lot of games that you love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.